presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Well, welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 132, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's down 6, gold contract up $23, trading at $17.54 an ounce. Silver up 36 cents, $17.86 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 90 cents, $39.74 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now, flat 138.25. The 30-year down 3 ticks, trading 177.10. And King Dollar's up 181 ticks, trading 97.602. The euro is at 111. The yen is at 106.86, and the British pound's at 123 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. We got a classic out here today, folks. You get option expiration. You're getting the volatility. You're going to get the volume. You get all of the above. We opened up the day, and what does happen on quad witching, folks, is that you have the option on the S&P cash expire at the open, and they love jamming this right as high as they can get it on the open. This happens quite a bit, and that's exactly what they got out of it today. The high it got up to 31.44, and that was the high of the day. Bottom line, we had a price spread thus far of 74 S&P points, big numbers. We'll see where this shakes out coming into the close. Had a low out there of 3,071. We go into the NQs, and we take a look at the NQs. You're going to see the same type of setup inside of the NQs, and what you did have out here is that they were the ones that were actually leading when it came across that Apple was going to close stores in Arizona as well as Florida. Bottom line, we happen to be in Florida, and there's no doubt this thing is even on the West Coast. The West Coast, we hadn't got hit that bad. St. Petersburg, we are getting hit. There's no two ways about that. NQs got up to 10,112. Got down to 99.21. We'll see where this baby shakes out, and you're going to be able to see when Apple made that announcement. We take a look at that, and what you're going to see is that it was basically a straight line. Well, Apple made a high today of 356. Bottom line at 346 when they made the announcement. That was at 12:10 this afternoon, and they took a little heat. Taking a little heat for Apple is nothing. Apple's still at highs. In fact, what you're going to have out here today is that you're actually going to have a new high, and you're going to have volume in the high. So that's also saying that, guess what? Apple is not done. That's what that, you get another high volume high, folks. It means that you're going to go up and test it. Gold contract out here. We have with the gold contract. Bottom line, gold caught the bid on a Friday afternoon. Peeking its head up here in a big way. Gold is in a confirmed ABC structure in the way up. You know, we're at 1753 right now. Bottom line, it's been in this structure, folks, since April 7th. Now, is that unusual? Yes, that's a long consolidation. And consolidations, folks, drive people out of their minds, whether you're a bull or a bear. In this particular case, when I look at price and volume, each and every time that you're going up to those highs, though, you're getting volume. Haven't been able to break it yet, but the volumes accelerating versus when it comes back downtown at the bottom of that consolidation. Notes and bonds are flat out there. Bottom line, not much happening in that market. If we go take a look at the 10-year, 10-year right now is yielding, I think it's 0.75. So 0.69. So with yielding to 0.69, I expect you're going to see that basically for quite some time. And good old King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar out here? King Dollar right now, that is trading up 186 ticks. You're at 97,606. And that's peaking its head up. That's saying that good old King Dollar can get up to this about 98,600 mark. Some of the higher volume equities out here today, and we will get volume in this market, folks. There'll be monster volume that they put in at the close. You get Ford Motor Company off 3 cents. United's off 2.50. You get Boeing down $5. We have we already talked about Apple. Let's go and take a look at Boeing, because what you had with Boeing, when we had that big day in the Dow, of course, not only on Monday, bottom line, that was, Boeing's most of it each and every time, but Boeing's still in big trouble here. I mean, it got a nice expansion up to this 234 and then gave it up in spades in 3 days down to 166. It's pretty amazing that you can have a large cap actually trade that dramatically. We go over and we take a look at the Netflix and FLX, the tech stocks, these FANGs, they're still at highs. Netflix trading 450. We go over to Google. We take a look at Google. Google's been softer compared to the rest of them. Yeah, Google's still, it's down to $7 rather, trading $14.28. When its highs out there is at 15.32. Microsoft's been laying at these highs up here, still laying at those highs. Oh, in fact, did Microsoft make a new all-time high? Oh, this is going to be dangerous if it did, because it doesn't have the juice. 198. Oh, so check this out. Okay, well, we'll see whether it gets juice in the close. Microsoft just tested its high. Microsoft had a nice high-volume high up there, sitting up there at that 198.52, and right now you're at 195.02, and we hit 199. The king out there, Amazon, of course. Amazon right now, that's trading up $29. We're at 26.84, and the high is 27.22. So you get 45 minutes coming into this close. You can expect that the volatility is going to continue coming into this close. We take a look at the GDX, the gold stocks here. The GDX is getting volume in it today. We got 26 million shares. They'll put maybe 20 million shares, 15, 20 million shares coming into the close. So the GDX also is getting some volume behind this move. Silver made a nice move out here this morning. We're up 36 cents in silver, trading 17.89. If we go over and we take a look at that silver market, now the silver equities, folks, have actually been stronger than the gold equities, and that's a good thing. That's how this works out, because silver took a long time in order to basically get any juice going. Dow Industrials right now trading down 102. Nasdaq is flat. S&P's down 2. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 56. NASDAQ is up 16. S&Ps are up 4. And right now, folks, we have a treat. We got one of my best cousins on. Her name is Kate Kelly. She is going to change the moving world. You know, when we talk about whatever you think about, we bring about whatever you focus on grows. Well, Kate has been on a mission, and the mission is to get us all educated of why we are going into hell in a handbasket. Kate, what's going on?
Well, I am still moving on it, and it gets better every minute.
That's a beautiful thing.
Love it.
So I have a slide up, Kate, right? And I have your program up. I have a slide up, and if you can tell us what this is all about. Tell us exactly what you're trying to do.
All right, what I'm trying to do is sell an idea.
Yes.
The units are going up by the millions all over the country, and all I see are cardboard boxes being burned by the millions.
Yeah.
And I moved one time, and I bought the dollar store 25 baskets.
Okay.
And that was the first time. Then I started buying mesh laundry baskets. I ended up moving here after 10 years from my other apartment. My entire house, not one box was burned. It was the fastest, easiest. I mean, it was packed in a U-Haul. Everything was stackable. It was the most extraordinary thing. 23 tenants have used it and said they'll never do any other way but that.
Now, this is pretty cool, folks. It's okay. When you're saying 39 million units, is that apartments? Is that what it means?
Well, it means, I'm quoting for a thing in the paper. It says, in 2017, the United States had nearly 39 million units spread throughout the country.
Okay.
If the average transport uses 20 boxes per household, we are destroying over 600 million toxic taped boxes needlessly.
Okay. So what's cool about this, folks, is this. We all know we've moved, and I don't know about anyone else, okay, but when you move with a box, what ends up happening is that, you move, it's, you get to the next place, but to me, you never open them up. And when you're moving with baskets, it's a whole different ballgame because you actually see what's in those baskets. That's what I think is really cool too, Kate. So
that's right, and it's not just baskets, Tom. It's these pop-up mesh laundry baskets that fold up like Frisbees after. You can store them.
Oh, I got a picture of them right here. I see. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So those long ones fold up too, huh?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of that too.
I got it. No, I have it right here. I got your whole thing up. Okay.
And if you're moving kids, you can put different colors for kids' rooms. You can put winter clothes in one. They store beautifully. I never moved so fast in my life. It was like nothing.
And so how much did the baskets cost you?
The baskets were $1. I bought them at the dollar store, and I've had them for 4 years.
$1. So picture. So in your apartment building right now, right? You've got your apartment building together. So what ends up happening is that what they call you to use the baskets. Is that how this works?
Well, what I'm hoping for, and this is what I've been trying to do, was get all of these new existing developers and the new developers to have this stuff on hand like they do boxes.
Okay.
They need to encourage these tenants because tenants will love it.
Yes.
They'll love it. And you can use it time and time again. You can't wash a cardboard box.
No, totally. I know, which is so cool. And folks, okay, so picture this, okay? So this is the idea. We want to get this idea out everywhere. We have a trading room here, Kate, and I get people in the trading room right now. You gotta love this. They call me OB1. OB1, please have your cousin call my wife. Well, we're gonna get better than that, folks. Okay? We have Kate's email right up. So, Kate, I'm gonna put your email up. All right? That if people want help of how to do this, okay, it's Kate's Place 123 at Comcast.net. Now,
I would be happy to help.
And so you get apartment buildings to do, and I can picture, we have inside an apartment building, you move from one apartment to another. It's pretty easy, right?
Right.
I sent Kate an email last night, folks. Okay, and I says I think we should call you the basket lady, and we're not going to do that. But there's nothing wrong with that either. But when I was saying, folks, even all you young folks out there, this would be a great business, okay? Because what I can picture is this. No matter where you are in the country, so picture this, that, you want to start a little business, go to the dollar store, you go buy 50 of these things, right? And then you turn around and say, and you can rent them for $1 a day. And people bring them back. And it's pretty wild because it's less expensive. These U-Haul stores are expensive, man. I mean, boxes are expensive anyway.
And then go to Walmart and buy the pizza pans. They're a perfect fit for the basket.
Oh, so you put
you can stack them in the U-Haul. Not one thing that ruins.
Okay, so I love this. Okay, I love this. So you take the baskets, right? We fill the baskets up. You put pizza pans on top of them.
You can put your bubble wrap.
Yep.
For all of your small kitchen appliances, dishes, not one crack in anything. Then I bought the pizza pans. This is all stuff that can be used time and time again. I've had the baskets, like I said, for several years.
Yes.
Not one thing is ruined. It is the best. I am passionate about this.
No,
and I'm so glad that finally somebody's listening.
I can tell you, the first thing that when I saw what you had sent over, I think all of us, what ends up happening is that we have boxes when we move, right? But then we all have a laundry basket. And it seems like the laundry basket is always the easiest thing when you move because you throw all the stuff in it and you know that, you look over there and say, okay, this is this stuff. I can put this away right now.
Well, it's even taping the boxes. I have the Hingham High School Green Team doing a reenactment of one room, boxes, the same stuff in another room doing baskets. You wouldn't believe the time it saves. It's incredible.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So see, for you folks out there, this is really cool. And now we haven't even got to the point, folks, of how much money you save, how much cardboard you save, how much tape you save, and how much head game you save because you know where everything is.
It's amazing.
Pretty cool. So
you won't be disappointed. I have never ever, and I can't understand how me, a grandmother of 7 people, could figure something out that should have been figured out years ago.
Oh, are you kidding me? You know, folks, one of these days, okay, the bottom line is that, I'm being prejudiced, okay, but because, of course, she's my cousin. But if favorite cousin, that's right, no doubt. Her sisters and brother are going to kill me now. You are my favorite cousin, though. And folks, if you ever heard her sing, forget it. I told you, I still have that album right on the CD right in my. It was so, when you were coming over, right on my the first drawer I opened up, man. I'm telling you.
No wonder we're crazy about you.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. It's so, Katie, this is so cool what you're doing. Folks, you got to try this. I'm telling you something. This is so easy. It's sick. And I think what you really should do is get your kids to open up a business. You know, I mean, we all love. I wish I could open up 1 million businesses. If I need a dozen more kids, I think.
Oh my gosh, this is a great idea, though. Getting the kids to open business.
It is, and they'll make money. We're going to get these Tiger Cubs to open some of these businesses, Kate.
And let me just interrupt one thing. If it weren't for you, Tom, when I tuned in and it was a pre-recorded show, and you said, if you've got an idea, stay active, I thought you were talking to me.
I love it. I love you, Katie.
Love you too, Tom.
Have a great one. Okay.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye, hon.
Okay, bye-bye. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Yeah, she's from South Boston, God's country.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hanks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Back, folks. Dow down 90, Nasdaq is up 8, S&P is a flat. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30. And don't forget, folks, Dave does an outstanding show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance as well as the Tech Insider. Real easy to get. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go into newsletters. You're going to see the Path of Least Resistance right there. You can just hit subscribe. You can get the Path, folks, for 1 month for $119. You can get it for 6 months for $5.99, which is a savings of $155 or 21%. You can get it for a year for $9.85, which is a savings of $443 or 31%. Dave White, what's going on?
Hey, I kind of vaguely remember you lived in Alaska. What years were those?
I had 3 offices up there from 1984 84, I think, to 94. 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
This happened before you, but it's kind of a chain of events that made me think back to the past. There was a congressman that was going to become the Speaker of the House, and another congressman from New Orleans. Both died in a plane crash just before the election.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was terrible. Yes, right.
Well, one of those guys was Cokie Roberts from ABC News' father.
Okay. He was a senator, right? Yeah.
And then Hale Boggs, I think.
Right.
Anyway, the whole thing kind of comes around because I was listening to this kind of special on iHeartRadio. It's called Lost in Alaska, and it's all about that plane crash. And the guy's wife ends up marrying a mobster about 12 months later. And, of course, this mobster is famous for blowing people up. Oh. And, of course, about 1995, somebody comes out of the woods and goes, he delivered a bomb right before the airplane crashed up there. And then, there's all this stuff. There's no real proof. Okay. But this guy went on like an eight-year quest on trying to find out if there was anything that he could find out about it. And there's more than a little bit of smoke.
Okay.
There may be a little bit of tiny fire in it, but there's nothing in it. But I listened to it and I enjoyed it. It was on iHeartRadio. But then in the last couple of weeks, we've seen Spotify say that they spent $100 million for Joe Rogan's program.
Yes.
They're starting to buy a lot of content back up. And it made me think of XM Satellite back in around 2000. I think it was 2000, 2001, 3, 4. Everybody was going to have their music delivered by these little XM Satellite.
Yes.
From satellite receivers that were, I don't know, I'm going to say a little bit bigger than a pack of cards, more square for the antenna. You put them in your car, you put them in your house, and that was long before streaming like we have today. But the one thing that always hit me about that was that they paid Howard Stern like some ungodly amount of money.
Yeah, over $100 million, I believe. Right.
He said it was $500 million, but he's always
that's right.
No,
that might have been it because they paid him off and they let him sell the stock. Yeah, he had an option on that. Yes.
Right now, so I start seeing, and the one thing that always hit me then is one thing I hate in technology companies, actually in all companies, is when they change their business model. These guys were all thinking that they were going to make money on music, even back to the XM Satellite days. And now they're all trying to move to some kind of content. I think I saw something with another big contract in the last few days with one of the Kardashians.
Yes,
but
on Spotify also.
Yes. And, of course, everybody's getting all excited about it. And, all it does is throw me back 20 years to XM Satellite with Howard Stern, where the exact same thing happened. Of course, the ticker on that is XM, and we can see what happened to it after 20 years. That business model change never worked for them. And I didn't know if you had any comments on whether you think it was going to work for the people now. I know it's kind of a streaming podcast kind of world these days, but it seems to me awful expensive. And the whole point of podcasting is like this, where you can have something that isn't mainstream, but has a very narrow but focused bunch of people that want to that are interested in it, right? Narrow casting, I think, is the technical term.
Yes.
And you're not going to have 100 million people try to listen into it. And to me, the whole idea of spending lots of money was the same thing with Stern, which is I don't think they ever came close to making that deal pay off.
No, so I just pulled it up. So they gave him, it was a $400 million deal.
Okay.
And, so if we look at Sirius Satellite, because that's the same thing, we can look at their numbers. They finally pulled into making money. I mean, that's the bottom line. Their gross is not going up that much. So they did $7.8 billion last year. They don't plan on doing $7.7 billion this year. So it's actually going down in the context of what's happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
there's probably not a lot of world left.
I mean, it's just like you said. Why do you? The thing that's amazing about this is that why do you need any of these? You know, we can put anything we want on TFNN. YouTube carries it all. I mean, as long as it's content you make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, XM Satellite, actually the big margins of money they make are for aircraft where they have streaming weather and other information that comes to it for private pilots and even small airlines.
It's big on the boats too, because they're claiming you can go out pretty far, and the signal's
and you get
there.
The weather, and you can at least be in contact. Which actually brings me up to another thing. Maybe I should have put these in a different order because it made me think about when you started talking about the boat, and that is XM Satellite is going to beta testing in the next few weeks. The Starlink constellation for internet, space-based internet. And of course, the big deal on this is there's like $8 billion of cash for rural internet. And of course, I think you could say that Musk has built his entire world around working for the government, or being at least on the receiving end of subsidies for like electric cars. Yeah. And of course, for launching his satellites. And of course, I knew that he was trying to get this super high speed thing done for trading from one side of the globe to the other for arbitrage. But it didn't really hit me that there's $8 billion laying there for rural internet, and he's going after this.
Yeah, those green checks are a big deal. There's no doubt. That if you wonder why the Washington, D.C., Maryland area folks are so rich, okay, it's because it's green checks. I mean, and that's what Dave's saying, that, there's $8 billion sitting out there. A smart CEO will say, okay, hold it. That's a pot I can take. Now I just got to get a product, I got to get the paperwork in, and guess what? It's coming this way. Yeah.
Well, the big thing on this is he has to prove the latency on it, how long it takes from the signal to leave your house and get back. And that's normally like on a good internet connection, that's like 30 milliseconds.
Okay.
So 3% of 1 second, right? So you've got to prove that it's actually less than 1/10 of a second to get all this cash.
I know. How do you break down 0.3 of 1 second, man?
It's anyway, $8 billion if he gets it. So SpaceX may just be the most expensive company when it goes public if they get all this stuff through.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I come right back. We have the Dow. Dow down on 104, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are down 2. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 83. We get the NASDAQ up 12. S&P's off 1. We're talking with our man Dave White. We're talking technologies. You know what, Dave, on your show, I heard you talking about Apple also, that they're going to be having their, the roadshow virtual.
Developer conference.
And I'm this close. So picture this. I had a BlackBerry forever, right? Then I went to what do you call it? Android, right? Have this forever. And I'm this close to going to Apple, so I was listening like, okay, what else are we going to have here? So with new smartphone feature, what are we going to have?
There's not a lot of leaks yet on what's happened. It's been pretty good.
Okay.
Now, the thing that I always think about, though, think about this particular thing, this is stuff that probably isn't coming out till Christmas, right?
That makes sense, yep.
They're talking to the developers and saying, okay, we got this new thing. This is how you write software or apps for it. This is what we're going to do, and this is what we need from you guys.
Right.
I think, so that is going to be it. Normally they start that about 1 o'clock Eastern time because it happens in the Moscone Center, but of course it's all going to be virtual, I guess.
Yeah.
But they'll still be in it. They'll be on the stage, but it'll be everybody watching.
So I might have to wait another couple months, right, to decide. I'm going back and forth, man. I keep saying, okay, what do I want to do? It's like.
Well, you'll know, I think Monday, probably Sunday, you'll probably get some leaks, but you'll see if there's anything you want to buy. But again, that stuff is probably not going to be available till October-ish if they announce it now. Now, sometimes they just have stuff ready to go. You can buy it, and then they wait for developers to write stuff for it because they've got some kind of core used for it already.
Yes.
They don't need to worry. I mean, when you bought an iPhone, it didn't really have anything, but you could still make phone calls the first day.
Sure.
So it may be like that. There may be some inherent purpose.
Okay.
It may just be warm-ups of everything that they've had before or warm-overs. But from the lack of any kind of leak, that generally means that it's not something evolutionary, but it's generally something new.
Right. So the slide
anyway,
we get up now. So this is going to new smartphone features. This is infrared forehead temperature apps and hardware. They're going to be the rage. Well, they're the rage in China, but are these going to be on all phones, Dave?
All I know is that the last 4 weeks, the biggest selling phone in China has been this phone from Xiaomi that has one of those little forehead temperature checkers in it, and apparently everybody's buying it over there. Yeah. That is the hot ticket out there, which I thought was kind of interesting because, when you look at the parts inside one of these, in fact, I've got one. It's like, I don't know, $5 worth of chips, maybe $4 or something.
Yeah.
So there isn't much to it. So adding one to a smartphone is probably pretty easy. But everybody's checking everybody over there, which I thought was fairly interesting. But that was it. I didn't have a slide for it, but I did want to bring up that Huawei, which we've had issues with on in the past, and I've kind of stated that everybody knew there were back doors.
Yes.
For all their stuff. Well, the old CEO of Google went and spouted out a ton yesterday and said, yeah, they're everywhere. So we really, other than the government kind of alluding to it, we haven't had really someone come out from the side and say, yeah, everything they have has hardware backdoors, software backdoors. Backdoors literally everywhere. They're if you put anything on it, just assume that Chinese are going to see it, which I thought was kind of interesting because most of those, I'm trying to remember his name. He's the one with the glasses.
Eric Schmidt.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, it was kind of interesting because generally these guys don't talk, and they're everywhere. And so just kind of
in that context, I mean, the reality is that all these big tech companies, they all have backdoors, right? I mean, I suspect. Here's
the difference. In the stuff made in China, they get together with manufacturers and make sure that it's in on a hardware level.
Okay.
Generally, when the U.S. CIA does stuff, they intercept it when it's being shipped.
Yeah.
So it's not, you don't ever have anybody in the company that knows about it. It's always kind of installed later or somewhere else. Here, you actually have the company and the state working hand in hand, and generally the back doors for like Cisco and stuff are all going to be in software. So if you update the software, you can make the back door go away.
So they can give you I get that. So you buy the hardware, and this can be any company. You buy the hardware, but guess what? If you're doing a software upgrade, right? They know the hardware.
It won't matter for the Huawei stuff. It literally, you're hacked for an eternity. There's no way of turning a lot of that stuff off. And so, I just thought it was kind of interesting because normally those guys aren't so forthcoming or willing to get into the fray. But I guess since he's retired, he doesn't care.
It's going to be really intriguing when you're in such a high level in that business that you know actually for them how easy it is to actually do, right?
Yeah. And of course, they were the ones that had the AT&T. I wouldn't call it an office. Google had this AT&T link in the corner of the building forever.
Okay.
And it was all the CIA and the NSA.
Yeah.
And apparently, eventually everybody found out and knew about it. But, everybody pretended like it wasn't that and everything else. And of course, eventually all this stuff, eventually everybody knows about it, which is interesting. Astrobiotic, the world's leading lunar logistics service provider, has been selected by NASA to deliver the South Pole exploration rover to go up there and see just how much water there is. And of course, they're going to work on making rocket fuel, oxygen, and all the other stuff. But we're going to end up landing either on the North Pole or the South Pole. And all the water there is going to eventually end up being rocket fuel or water for humans to drink if there's enough of it. But that's going to land in 2023.
How the heck do they make rocket fuel out of water, man? That's the trip.
Hydrogen and oxygen. If you take like a spark plug, put it in water, and you zap it with high amounts of electricity, you get oxygen and you get water. Really? Now, you put oxygen and hydrogen back together, you get the Hindenburg. So you end up, it is literally rocket fuel when you split oxygen and hydrogen apart. So that's going to be the fuel to come back from the moon. And of course, I don't know if these things are ever going to come to fruition, but of course, they're talking about this big spaceship that just kind of hangs around in the orbit, goes to the moon for a little while, comes back, and it never lands again. So they're just going to ship up fuel as it needs it.
Man, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, this is the first part of that because then they'll have actual human landers. But it looks like we're going to either land on the North Pole or South Pole, depending on what it is. And of course, since the sun always shines on the North
Pole or South Pole of the moon, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the sun always shines on it, so they're going to put up these real tall flagpoles with solar cells on it. They'll have power 24 hours a day.
I like it. You got to put a TFNN flag up there, man. Stay right there. Dave and I are going to come right back, folks. Dow right now down 125. Nasdaq up 8. S&P's down 5. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 127, Nasdaq up 8, S&P's off 4, and the state of facial recognition. So what do we got here, Dave?
Well, there was a lot of news last week about using facial recognition, and I think everybody watches too many movies and TVs that sees somebody in 10 seconds, they've got an idea who this guy actually is with drawing a bunch of lines on people's faces. It's about 80% accurate. So it's not anything close to like you see on TV. And, of course, a bunch of people ran a lot of the state-of-the-art software and found out that 27 members of Congress actually matched wanted felons.
There you go. Might be a good start.
Yeah. So, maybe it's looking into the future or something. But anyway, I think a lot of people are vastly overrating what happened. In fact, I think over the last year or so, we talked about Elon Musk's self-driving cars that would run into the side of semis that had black siding because they just couldn't see anything.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you got the perfect light, you got someone standing there, it's a lot different in perfect what do you want to say? In perfect things like standing in line as you go through a
supermarket, whatever, right?
No,
yeah.
Well, that would be it. But I'm thinking more of like with your passport, right? You're coming into the country. They can have you stand perfectly. You can be well lit. There's a lot of that, right?
Sure.
Of course, these guys are all, you think from watching Bones or CSI or something, they get 5 seconds of a video clip and they can tell anything. The real answer is no. If it's perfect conditions, probably works pretty good. But I'm going to still say maybe 90% in actual use. Maybe you get something 50% of the time and you don't know whether or not it's actually that person.
There you go. Listen, man, thank you so much for the education, man. You have a great weekend, safe weekend.
You bet.
To all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Make it a great one. And always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, folks. Safe weekend. Stay safe. We look forward to speaking right back here. 8:30 Monday morning. Tommy kicks us off. Great program.